Hello everyone, I'm Steve Pollitt. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about some very important information, and some of this was an idea that I got from listening to a podcast called Doubt and Money by Grant Cardone, C-A-R-D-O-N-E. Podcasts are great, they're free. Most of the time they're very valuable information. And so I want to start off with what he calls barriers to being rich. So first of all, before I go into that list, which is a fairly short list, I want to mention to you that the word rich means different things to different people. So for example, someone living off the grid in the mountains could view themselves as being in the lifestyle that they want. They consider themselves rich. Someone who is wanting to live in a penthouse in downtown New York overlooking the city might not agree. So different people have different definitions of rich, and I'm going to leave that definition up to you. But I am going to bring this back to the definition of rich, meaning making money to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, do what you want to do, live how you want to live, help who you want to help, and so on and so forth. So one of the first principles or ideas that block getting rich is doubt. And I really love the idea from Grant when he talks about there is no such thing as self-doubt. We don't have self-doubt. We allow doubt to creep into our lives from other people or other events or other situations that have caused us to have doubt. So we need to look at doubt and work on creating confidence. So doubt is a barrier. Inaccurate information is a barrier. Inaccurate information could be feeding the doubt point, but it also could be inaccurate information or insufficient information to make good decisions. Good decisions about what to do, about how to progress. That's also an element. An inadequate, no plan or inadequate plan is the third point. So in order to achieve a target of being rich, you need to have a plan, and it needs to be the right plan. The fourth point is specialized knowledge. So you need to have the knowledge to develop and execute the plan. Now that doesn't mean you have to be a college graduate. That doesn't mean you have to have a master's degree, a special advanced degree, or anything like that. Unless, of course, you're going into a field that requires that. So if you're going to be a doctor, if that's part of your plan, then you're going to need to have a degree that gives you that designation. You have to earn that. But oftentimes, we think that we need these degrees or designations, and we don't. We can follow a plan that's been laid out by someone else who's been very successful. And by just following in their steps, we can duplicate what they have done. So these are barriers. Now let's look at the reverse. Let's look at the success steps to achieving a goal of being rich. Well, I alluded to it earlier. The first step is making a decision. Making a decision to be rich, and very specifically making a decision to achieve a defined outcome within a specified period of time. So that's the first step. But there's a related point on making a decision. That is making a commitment to achieving a defined target. Then we work on things to eliminate the doubt to achieve that. And one of the easiest things to do is simply to follow what other people are doing that are already achieving what it is that you want. I'm going to talk about a program that I'm involved with, a legacy company that I'm involved with, a legacy product, where it's actually pretty easy to follow what other people are doing to achieve results that you intend to experience. So decision, commitment, plan. Plan means what are the steps you're going to have to take? Someone may have to teach you those steps. You may have to follow in other people's footsteps. But one thing I do know, that a plan on a piece of paper is meaningless without taking action on a day in and day out basis that moves towards your intended target. So I've talked about that in other videos, which is the plan actual variance formula or the GOLD formula. But today I'm just emphasizing that you need a plan to achieve the target. And you need to understand the barriers to achieving that target. And I mentioned the barriers earlier. So barriers include doubt, not having the right information or insufficient information, not having a plan or not having the right plan, and fourthly, not having the right knowledge and experience to execute the plan. And again, that knowledge and experience can be actually fairly easy to follow. So now you're beginning to have the elements to achieving the target of being rich. And again, I'm not defining rich in terms of what that means for you. I have my own targets. And why should you listen to me? Why should you listen to me if I'm talking about barriers and steps to being rich? Been there, done that. It's much better to be very successful than it is to be very successful and lose what you earned. Been there, done that. So pay attention to the steps for being successful. Pay attention to the guidance on avoiding what it is that will cause you to fail. Just as important. So I am blessed to be part of a legacy company with a legacy product. If you've paid attention to any of my Facebook posts, LinkedIn posts, other videos, you know that I represent a medical device. This medical device does one thing, and that improves the circulation in the body, the circulation of the blood in the body, and especially the 74% of our body, which is what we call the microvessel system or the capillary system, which actually is about 74,000 miles if you run those capillaries end to end. The point is the blood is influenced in a very positive way to circulate much more so than any other product, device, nutritional supplement, exercise program, lotion or potion that you could use. So the results of that, I see the results of that. I see the results of that with others. I see gradual changes with me in terms of my own energy, my own sleep patterns, my skin, and certain other areas that, for example, veins. I see my veins disappearing, not my veins that I don't want to disappear. I'm talking about the veins that are visible on one of my legs that are disappearing. My eyesight, my hearing continue to improve. But there are people having dramatic results with this product, and I experience that through them. And once I see that, then I'm energized every day to share this information. So why is it a legacy company? Because no one else has a product can do what this does. 5 highly patented, 5 very strong international patents, and so on and so forth. The science and medical research that supports this product in terms of what it does is just unparalleled. And there's less than 20,000 units in use in the United States today. Think about the population in the United States. Think about how many people need this product. And I'm not just talking about people who may have a health condition, moderate to severe. No, this is probably one of the best preventative and anti-aging products in the market, one of the best detoxifying products in the market. So I'm real excited to be part of this legacy company with a legacy product. It's easy for me to be excited. Anyone that's around me any more than once, and if you go back to watching some of my videos, you'll hear me mention this quite often. Why? Because I love to. I love talking about it. I love sharing the information. So that's easy. So when I set out back to the point of this video, of this presentation, if I go back to my target and I set my own targets for where I want to be with this business in terms of number of units, how big my team will be, and the financial rewards that I want to achieve by sharing this product and helping other people experience tremendous results. When I look at that plan, and then I look at what I need to do on a day in and day out basis to achieve that plan, it's easy. It's easy. These steps are easy. You could follow me and do the same thing or very similar to me and achieve the targets greater than what I even have on the map. That's what the beauty of this particular company and product is, because I can lay out the steps for how to be successful, lay out the steps for how to achieve your income and wealth goals. And I can show you how this legacy company and legacy product makes it easy for you to follow very simple steps and achieve that and more. And while you're in the process of doing that, the focus almost day in and day out is how you're helping someone else. Such a great feeling, such a great positive flow of energy. So that's why I wanted to tie in the message, starting with the barriers, to the plan, to the example. So am I well aware of the barriers? Absolutely. I'm human. So I wake up some days and say, wow, I'm off target. Well, so what? I'm off target. That tells me that I need to look at what I'm doing, make some adjustments, maybe do more than what I had planned to do, whatever adjustments I need to make. In this business, it's a matter of providing the information, sharing the information, and sharing the product. It's very easy. It's very easy. I have help. I'm in a great market for doing that. There's plenty of people here. There's plenty of experts that are developing the Tampa market. That may not be the case where you're at, but that's okay. Guess what? I've got team members all over the United States, and I work with them by phone. We have videos, we have webinars, we have radio shows. The support is there, and the evidence is there. So all you need to do is take a business that you are passionate about. Doesn't have to be this legacy business, although I think it should be. But if it's not, if it's something else that you're passionate about, then let's get the plan, let's work the plan, let's get the results. That's the point. That's the point. It's all about the results. The results tell you whether you're on track or you're not on track, and you can't have results unless you define what it is that you want, that you have a great plan for achieving that plan, you work the plan, and you monitor the variances. That's it. Those are the steps. The only thing I didn't really detail was what are the steps in the plan. And there are variables there. People in the business that I'm with, they have different ways of executing their own plan. Everybody's different. They're connected to different people. They have different networks. But in all cases, it is sharing information. Everybody ultimately is sharing information. How they get to the person to share the information varies. But we can work on that. So join me, Steve Pollitt. StevePollitt@gmail.com, 727-224-4743. I will work with you through all of these steps: barriers, steps to success, implementation, variance analysis. And if you're with me in the business, you get this when you join me. If you're in another business and you want me to help you, I will do that. We'll have to work out a coaching and mentoring program for you that works, that makes sense, that's tied to results. ResultsGuaranteedCoaching.com. It's one of my websites. I guarantee the results. How many people do that? They say they do, but I do. So there you go. Hope this was great information. Remember, at the beginning, I said some of the ideas from this video were from watching Grant Cardone, listening to Grant Cardone podcast. This particular theme came from the podcast Doubt and Money. Podcasts are free. You have to tap in, spend the time, listen, take notes, And even, I just noticed where many of his podcasts, I don't even have to take the notes because the whole podcast theme is in text in addition to it being available in audio. So the resources are tremendous. And Grant's one guy that I love listening to, and I've mentioned other people in other videos. But the resources are there. They're online, and they're largely free. I continue to invest selectively into some of the products that people market and promote, and I'm happy to do that. And I will continue to do that. But in lieu of that, the amount of information that's free is just awesome. You just have to pick the sources of the information, pick the people that you like to follow, and then follow it. So there you go. Resources, barriers, plans of actions, legacy company, legacy product. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back with you soon with more information that I hope you find valuable. My name is Steve Pollitt, 727-224-4743. No spammers. Okay, here we go. Thank you.